Call this meeting to order. Roll call. Is Eric on the line? I don't see him. Mary?
Here.
Robert Wright?
Here.
Deborah Lehman?
Here.
Michael White?
Here.
Isaiah White?
Here.
William Tomei?
Here.
Stephen Orlando?
Here.
All right, we're all here. So please, don't say I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I have an approval for the minutes from last month, please? Second. Are there any questions about the minutes? No questions? Okay, the minutes have been approved from last month. Yes. All in favor, I'm sorry.
Aye.
Okay, now the minutes have been approved. I'm sorry.
Just
Yeah. Any public comments? No public comments? All right, no public comments. Do the chief report.
Good evening, everybody, and I thank you all for joining us for the promotion ceremony earlier on some of our recent promotions from that too. So as one of our promotees, Scott McCullough, is filling more of a role that's on the administrative side, but he'll also be in the field, which is the battalion chief of EMS, which is important because as we talk about EMS moving forward, we've got a lot of decisions to make. So Scott will be part of the, I stood up in the EMS committee. Several of our people in our department that are paramedic trained, EMT advanced, and EMT basic, and Scott will be a big part of steering that committee as well. And what that, some recommendations I can do that to you from different things around the country. So I know Scott's not here, but I wanted to recognize Scott is going to be a new face on the administrative side, really as a battalion chief too. So, this morning I sent an email out to the department. The Charleston County Sheriff's Office was involved in a collision responding to a call and subsequent. Sounds like the deputy is going to be okay, but unfortunately 3 lives were lost in the car that one of the deputies collided with too. So with that said, and I know Chairman Blake, we've talked about the traffic a lot. So it's something we can definitely improve upon our incident management while we're actually managing traffic. We often find times where we are the ones doing traffic management because there's no police units available for the city or county. So I think that we're going to look at some new technology that's out there, some different things that we can do to better improve our positioning when we're in roadways and make sure that we don't have an injury or fatality. I've seen some crazy things back just even when I've been out in the field during my career here at St. John's. You would think people wouldn't do on a roadway, especially when there's big red fire trucks in there, or big white fire trucks, but it certainly does happen. So I just wanted to pass along, hopefully sheriff's deputies are okay. I know it's that whole incident affected a lot of people, so we'll definitely do our best here to make sure that that does not occur with our units as well too. So we had a group that went to FDIC this last month. FDIC is one of the kind of large premier fire training conferences in basically really all over the world as well too. We had some of the best instruction in the country, and they came back and absolutely loved it, and wanted to pass on also to the commission. I know I sent them, they also, I know the commission would support them knowing that training, so they want to pass that along as well too. And, we'll do whatever we can to support sending people that training in the future as well too. They've already brought back good things for apparatus and lots of different training items. So we will be, we're going through starting the hiring process. May 12th and 13th of this week will be testing. Right now, I believe we have around 10 people coming to test. Sometimes that number usually dwindles the day of, but we do have, these would be for certified firefighters. So firefighters that already have certification as well. We've been utilizing the North Charleston recruit program for the last one. The recruit programs, whether it's the state or at the county level, usually take a break for summer. So we'll look at, if we need recruits in the fall, we'll look at supporting that. Countywide, we are switching to a new incident reporting system. Chief Henson and Chief Whaley have been working on that quite a bit. Countywide should improve our things, and when I talk about some of the information in front of you, it's going to hopefully improve that as well too. Hydrant testing, we are pretty close to being complete, and we're starting the hose testing for this month as well too. We have those new mattresses we discussed a while back. We did get those all delivered to all the stations on side of 4 and 6 who already had new ones, and our furniture is ready to be picked up. So we've got some new furniture for some of the stations as well too. So that should happen in the next couple of weeks as well. So I do want to introduce somebody here, Melissa. Give a little wave. Melissa Kersey, right? Melissa Kersey is our new administrative assistant. So you'll see emails from her for the minutes and anything else that the commission needs administratively. She can assist us with, and we look forward to having her as part of the team. Today was literally day one, so it's been a long day. So we also have an agreement for a candidate we offered, human resources manager, that is just pending the pre-employment. I do have a couple things to talk to you about in executive session. Last commission meeting, so here, 2 things the commission asked for was average response times for the district. Now, caveat with this, these include both emergent and non-emergent. Like I said, we are under a our RMS system, Firehouse, is very antiquated. That's why the county is going into a new one, and it is very difficult for us to differentiate in that system whether the agency was going, or the unit was going emergent or non-emergent. So that can skew a lot of the data quite a bit because it doesn't differentiate between the 2 calls. But what I will say, even with that said, our call volume, when you see the ones on the first page 701, it says 5629. That's 701 could have somehow been wrangled into a non-emergent call on the Kiowa that just pulled their unit for a certain reason. So generally, you can kind of throw out some of these as well too. So we pulled it by unit. You'll see 701, or we pulled it by district, fire district. Sometimes you can have a different unit respond within a different district depending on how we move apparatus throughout the day, based on training and just things that are going on too. So if you want to page through that, if you have any questions on that, we're hoping that's just for the month of April as well too. We're hoping, moving forward, we can get you some better data. Unfortunately, the data we put in is not great, and we're working on putting better data in the new RMS system. So one other thing, I believe Ms. Lehman asked for a list of assets, particularly they give you a sheet that's all of our staff vehicles, all of our apparatus, our marine assets, and some of our support vehicles as well too. A couple of these things are set to be deadlined at the end of the budget year as well too. So a couple of these will be clipped off, but we've had a pretty steady replacement of staff vehicles, and obviously apparatus we're working on, and then some of these like both our Marine 701 will be replaced, and HW 701 high water vehicle, we've got a brush truck coming to be replaced. So several things on there that set to be replaced too. That is kind of a list of our full assets, not including stations, which tend to be another kind of a big ticket, obviously, items or stations. So wanted to make sure you guys had that, just kind of see there's sometimes a lot of items there too. So just wanted to pass that along. Any other questions on this? Anybody has anything else? Kevin, if you want to share with us just your response data.
Again, another busy month.
I've got 2 copies. I got another copy.
All right, so April, as you can see in the packet, 370 incidents were responded to by the firefighters here at St. John. Again, 57% of those, almost 58% was medical, so that trends right along with historical data. So breaking down by island, in Johns Island, that had the majority of 209 incidents, Kiel was 68, Seabrook was 55, and Warmo was 38. And again, in the middle, on the bottom there, the comparative analysis, you can see in gray, 2022 is continuing to trend up. So month by month, it seems to keep going that way. So, any questions?
Just I've got a few items for executive session. Maybe there's any other questions.
Chief, just from the analysis, Station 1 is a very active station.
A very busy station. We had, actually, it might have been even last month. They had a few days where they consistently ran 15 to 20 calls a day. Just at station. Some of those are multi-unit alarms or incidents, but yeah, they're on the move quickly. And again, you know, we discussed kind of the battalion chief things, right? The battalion chief gets picked up on a lot of those things too, whether it's Kiel or Seabrook, Johns Island, Baltimore, they're on the move. We put a lot of miles on that per vehicle.
Is that also indicative of the fact that the city only has one vehicle on the island?
Yeah, you know, we cover that. Station 1 covers a large portion of Maybank Highway, which is, you've driven down Maybank Highway even in the last 2 months. They've already cleared out several large things, some that are county, some that are mostly city. But so yeah, they pick up, and then they pick up that whole River Road corridor all the way from basically the airport all the way up past Brownwood Road. So they do cover a large area, and Maybank Highway is just a busy corridor, and they're going to a lot of the homes that are city homes as well.
Thank you. All right, are there any questions for the chief? Okay, no questions. Let's go on to the one financial report.
Monday. Happy Monday. So as of the end of April, our budget remaining goal is 16.67%. We are actually at 26.02%. So we're trending well. However, we're still trying to spend down some of that percentage for year end. Our operating bank balance, $12,465,000 at the end of April. The LGIP, local government investment pool balance, is roughly $11,000. For our April collections and revenue, we just received various small donations and insurance reimbursements. However, we got roughly $16,000 from a gun fuel sale. And then we had a wire transfer from Charleston County for March collections, which is roughly $239,000. For expenses, just our normal expenses, and just to report to you, non-standard overtime for April was roughly $30,000. For the Go Bond balances, we finally spent down all of the 2018 Go Bond. And then our 2021 balance is roughly $648,000. Paired with our 2022 balance, which is $4.7 million. So again, the monthly property tax collections for March increased by $39,000 from last March. Year to date, we have roughly $14.8 million in property tax collections. I will add to that, when we budgeted for fiscal year 22, we were conservative and included a 3% increase. But to date, we're like 3.9%. So that makes me feel better about our fiscal 23 budget, which we went up a little by 3.5%. So trending well with the right of way. The year-to-date operating expenditures as of April is 12.4 million. That does include outstanding encumbrances and, more importantly, the bill. Those are the large encumbrances that we have compared to last year. The year-to-date non-standard, I've mentioned in monthly, but annually, we're at $372,000. Year-to-date salaries, including regular and standard overtime, is at 5.3 million. Our vacation and sick pay is at $584,000. And the staff efficiency, and that should say for April, March, for April is 85%. No COVID-related personnel expenses for April. And our current staffing requirement at the time of this report for this fluctuates is 1 engineer, 8 firefighters, and 3 admin staff. Any questions on the financial dashboard? Then I'll just briefly give an HR update, a workers' comp update. We have 1 employee on light duty. Injury occurred April 22nd. 1 employee out that's currently being paid by workers' comp for injuries from November 2021 and April 2022. Recruiting updates, 3 recruits graduated April 22nd and went on shift April 30th. An administrative assistant was selected. Starts May 9th, and we were introduced to Melissa. EMS chief selected, Scott McCullough, started May 2nd. And then we're interviewing for HR manager, but an offer was extended. All I have for HR update. Any questions?
Thank you, board. Any questions? All right, thank you. All right. Let's have the attorney update.
Nothing really to update at this time. Seem to be in good shape. Still working on a mediator for the hydrant thing. I talked to one more guy today, another retired judge who, you know, it's a even for the law business, it's a very challenging kind of issue. And you got to find the right fit, somebody who will have enough patience and experience. And no offense, it was like, oh, but we're going to find somebody. But you know, I'm about strike number 4, but we'll keep working on it. I think maybe the middle of the summer we'll finally be able to sit down and get that. That's my hope. Okay.
Discuss the COVID executive session.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir. Any old business? No old business? What about new business? All right, no new business. We'll go down to committee reports. Building committee. Bill?
Station 4, they had the 1-year warranty inspection last month. Just 2 items. A small door hitting the wall, I guess. It's been repaired during the process of. Okay. And the other item was one of the big folding doors won't stay closed, and that manufacturer has been contacted. So that fixed. So they, excuse me, maintenance building. The building is ordered. Actually, I think I reported that last time. Floor plan is still being worked out. There was a meeting in April, I think, with chief and made some changes there, and the site plan and placement of the building on the site are being worked out by civil engineers. Station 6, the landscaping is still in limbo. Spoke with the landscape architect today, and he's going to light a fire under the landscaping contractor who's supposed to be getting that done. The situation right now is the landscaping contractor Eagle Island Architecture Review Board is still holding $7,500 of our money until that gets done. And also $7,500 for Howell's money. So,
Okay,
I
thank you.
had a couple issues come up with Station 6. So.
okay.
Thanks.
Bill, at one of these meetings, I'll be very glad to hear you say nothing to report on Station 6.
So, yeah, it's just been way too long.
Yes. All right, are there any questions for Bill? No questions, then, yeah, please, ma'am.
We didn't have a finance committee meeting. I did confirm with Ramona that she hasn't heard anything from Charleston County yet on our budget. Their first reading is until we get. Not here. That's it.
All right, thank you, ma'am. We don't have any meetings. HR.
We did not have a meeting, but there is a topic that we're discussing executive session.
Strategic planning, Eric's not on.
We didn't have, there was no strategic.
All right, so that takes care of that. Any public firefighter comments? Nothing? Mr. Flanagan? Did you have a good time?
I did not get to go.
You didn't get to go?
Since we sent the firefighter and said that it didn't have it back.
Okay, well, whoever went brought me the shirt back. I asked for a shirt, and here it is. Oh, got it upside down, wrong way. But thank you very much. That's why I called. I thought you were the person. Thank you very, very much.
I also like to think that flies like.
Everybody signed the sign sheet.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Commissioners comment. Dan? Comment. Bob? Steve, I'm sorry.
I just want to congratulate all the folks, firefighters, and et cetera, on their promotions. Thank you for everything you do. And please stay safe.
Now, Bob.
You look like it, that's why. Yeah, we look like this.
That's true.
I just second Steve's comment about congratulating the battalion chiefs, the lieutenants, the engineers, who all have been promoted. It's a wonderful. Actually, it's the first time I've seen it all put in one package, and I think it's great. I think as a chaplain said, it's important that we continue to pray for these guys and women, so that they stay safe and for hospital. That's all right. And you should comment on Ramona's there.
Mr. White.
Yes, I can only just reiterate that Laura can say. But I can place in the fact that getting a promotion for a firefighter, whatever promotion you get, it's a big deal. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of man hours, and it affects the family also. So I want to congratulate those people on the promotion and congratulate the family also. It's all in one. And just want to say, tell them stay safe. And I let them know we appreciate each and every one.
Bill, sir.
Congratulations to all the promoters.
Again, I want to say, please.
Mary.
Mary, I'm sorry. Mary, Ms. Jones. And any comment?
I can hear you guys very clearly, but if there's a comment to be made, I would like to thank Chief and his administrative staff and the members of the St. John's Fire Department for all that they do. Thank you so much.
Okay, I am very sorry. Well, Valerie,
You mean Melissa?
Melissa, Welcome. I'll probably call you Valerie 3 or 4 more times before I get it straight. But welcome here with us. And again, please drive with care. When I read the chief email this morning, I was just looking at an old PowerPoint I had done for a training class. And we were talking about the different color of the vests. They were orange at one time, then they went to the blue, and now they got the lime green. And the blue lights on the cars, that light causes you to focus on it. So if you see the blue light, put your foot on the brake, slow the thing down, and then try to find a way around it safely. That's my comments. Now, we have some items we need to discuss in executive session. So can I have a motion to go to executive session?
Have to state a reason, so I know some personnel, right?
Personnel, yep,
Okay, and legal.
legal.
All right. So we're going to go into executive session.
Second, got a second?
Got a second?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.